My girlfriend announced, "I'm moving my ex into our apartment. He'll sleep on the couch." I said perfect. Then I moved out while she was at work. She called me crying when she found him going through her jewelry box. I, 28 male, was making dinner when Amber, 26, dropped the bomb. We'd been together 2 years, living together for 8 months in a nice 2-bedroom apartment downtown. "So, Dominic needs a place to stay for a few weeks," she said casually, like she was mentioning the weather. I kept stirring the pasta. "Dominic, your ex?" "Yeah, he got evicted and has nowhere to go. He'll just crash on the couch." I turned around slowly. "You want your ex-boyfriend to live with us?" "It's not like that. We're just friends now. He's going through a rough time." "The same Dominic who called me a rebound at your birthday party? Who texts you at 2 a.m. asking if you remember your anniversary dates?" She rolled her eyes. "He was drunk at the party, and those texts were months ago. Look, it's already decided. He's moving in tomorrow. Already decided. Not discussed, decided." "Perfect," I said, turning back to the stove. "Really? You're okay with it?" "Absolutely." She looked suspicious but dropped it. We ate dinner in relative silence. That night, while she slept, I started planning. See, I knew Dominic. Not well, but enough. He was one of those guys who thought he was God's gift to humanity. Played guitar badly, called himself an entrepreneur, sold overpriced vitamins online, and had this weird hold on Amber. They dated for 3 years before me, and he'd cheated on her with at least 4 different women that she knew about. But here's the thing. The apartment lease was ending in 3 weeks anyway. We hadn't discussed renewal yet, and everything in that apartment, except her clothes and personal items, was mine. The furniture, the TV, the kitchen stuff, even the Wi-Fi router. The next morning, Amber left for work at 8:30. Dominic was supposed to arrive around noon. By 9 a.m., I had a U-Haul outside. My buddy Carlos and his brother helped me load everything. And I mean everything. The couch Dominic was supposed to sleep on? Gone. The coffee maker Amber needed every morning? Packed. The shower curtain? Rolled up. I left her stuff neatly in her bedroom. Her clothes, makeup, the jewelry box her mom gave her, her work laptop. I wasn't a thief. But everything else that was mine left with me. I also left a note on the kitchen counter. The bare kitchen counter? "Amber, you decided Dominic could move in without discussing it with me. I've decided to move out without discussing it with you. Your belongings are in your room. The lease ends in 20 days. The account for utilities is in my name and has been closed effective today. Good luck with everything, Jordan." Then I turned off my phone and drove to my brother's place, where I'd be staying temporarily. I turned my phone back on at 6 p.m. to 73 messages and 31 missed calls. The first voicemail was confusion. "Jordan, what the hell? Where's all our stuff?" The 5th was anger. "This is so immature. You can't just take everything." The 10th was bargaining. "Please call me back. We can work this out." But the 15th? That was interesting. "Jordan, Dominic is going through my jewelry box. He says he's just looking for something, but he won't stop. Please come back." I called her back. "Jordan, thank God, where are you?" "At my brother's. Why is Dominic going through your jewelry?" "He said he left something here when we were dating, but I know that's BS. He's being super weird and aggressive. Can you come back? Call the cops if you feel unsafe." "I can't call the cops on him. Just come deal with this." "Amber, you decided he could live there without asking me. He's your responsibility now. I'm not coming back." "You're seriously gonna leave me alone with him? You literally invited him to live with you. You said he was just a friend. Friends don't make you feel unsafe." She hung up on me. Update 1. So Amber's been texting me nonstop. Apparently Dominic's few weeks stay came with some interesting conditions I wasn't told about. 1. He expected her to cook for him because that's what she used to do. 2. He brought 3 suitcases, 2 guitars, and filming equipment for his podcast. He doesn't have a podcast. 3. He invited his buddy Kyle to crash there too because the couch is big enough. Reminder, I took the couch. 4. He's been telling people they're working things out. But here's where it gets really good. Amber's best friend Jenna called me yesterday. Apparently, Dominic has been gaslighting the hell out of Amber. Some highlights. He's been moving her things around and denying it. He told her I was probably cheating. Projection much? He's been deleting texts from her phone when she's in the shower. He accidentally broke her coffee mug, the one I got her for our anniversary, and said it was ugly anyway. He's been having loud phone conversations at 3 a.m. about his business ventures. Jenna asked if I could talk sense into Amber. I said Amber was a grown woman who made her choice. Then last night at 11 p.m., I get a call from an unknown number. It's Dominic. Yo, Jordan, we need to talk man to man. No, we don't. Look, I know you're bitter about Amber choosing me. She didn't choose you. She chose to let you mooch off her. There's a difference. Whatever helps you sleep at night, bro. Anyway, I need you to bring back the TV. Amber says it's yours, but we both know she paid half. She paid $0. I have the receipt. Don't be petty, man. Just bring it back and we can all move forward. Dominic, does Amber know you're calling me? Silence. That's what I thought. Lose my number. I hung up and immediately texted Amber. Your boy just called trying to get the TV. FYI. Her response, what? I didn't tell him to do that. I'm so sorry. Me. Not your boyfriend, not your problem, right? Update 2. The universe has a sense of humor, y'all. So I'm at Target buying some stuff for my new temporary setup when I run into Amber's mom, Deb. Deb has always liked me, and she looks happy to see me until her face falls. Jordan, honey, I heard about everything. I'm so sorry Amber's being an idiot. It's fine, Deb. Her choice. Is it true that Dominic is living with her now? Wait, Amber hadn't told her mom? You didn't know? Deb's face went from confused to furious. That piece of garbage is in my daughter's apartment? The same boy who gave her chlamydia? What? He gave her what? Oh, she didn't tell you? Years ago, when they were dating, he caught it from one of his side pieces and gave it to her. She was so embarrassed she made me promise not to tell anyone. Well, that explained why Amber was so weird about certain aspects of her past. Deb grabbed her phone. I'm calling her right now. Deb, maybe don't. Jordan, sweetie, I love you, but shut up. This is happening. She put it on speaker. I tried to walk away, but she grabbed my arm. Amber Marie, Mom, I'm at work. Is Dominic living with you? Long pause. It's temporary. The boy who cheated on you 8 times, 4 times, 8 times that I know about, who gave you an STD, who stole your credit card. He paid that back. After you threatened legal action, that Dominic? Mom, you don't understand. What I understand is that you let a good man walk away for a parasite. Jordan's standing right here, by the way. What? I finally escaped Deb's grip and practically ran to my car, but the damage was done. 20 minutes later, my phone exploded. Amber, my mom had no right to tell you about the STD thing. Your ex gave you an STD and you let him move in? It was years ago. People change. He literally went through your jewelry box on day 1. He was confused. He thought it was his stuff. Okay, that sounded stupid, but he's having a hard time. So are you, apparently. Then she called. She was crying. Jordan, I messed up. He's being awful. He ate all my meal prep for the week. He's been bringing random girls over, and I found out he's been telling people we're back together. One girl showed up at 2 a.m. screaming at me for stealing her man. So kick him out. I can't. He'll be homeless. That's not your problem. But he says if I kick him out, he'll post the photos. What photos? Silence. Amber? What photos? From when we were together. Intimate ones. That's revenge porn. It's illegal. He says he'll claim I sent them to him recently, that we've been hooking up while you and I were together. Now I was pissed. Not at her, but at this manipulative piece of trash. Amber, pack a bag and come to my brother's place, right now. I can't leave him alone in my apartment. Our apartment. The lease has both our names on it, remember? Pack your valuables and come over. We're calling the police. Update 3. Amber showed up at my brother's place with 2 suitcases and mascara running down her face. The moment she saw me, she broke down completely. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I let her cry it out. My brother's wife, Keiko, made her tea while I called my buddy who's a paralegal. Here's what Dominic had done in the week and a half he'd been there. 1. Sold Amber's Switch, claimed he thought it was his. 2. Used her credit card to order $400 worth of supplements for his business. 3. Changed her Netflix password and gave it to his friends. 4. Had 3 different women over, telling each they were exclusive. 5. Broke her bedroom door accidentally during an argument. 6. Recorded her without consent. She found his phone recording in the bathroom. That last one? That's a felony in our state. We went to the police station together. Filed a report for theft, the switch, credit card fraud, criminal invasion of privacy, the recording, and extortion, the photo threats. The female officer we spoke to looked ready to personally arrest him herself. "Do you have any proof of the photo threats?" she asked. Amber pulled out her phone. She'd been smart enough to record one of their conversations where he explicitly said he'd ruin her reputation if she kicked him out. The officer smiled. "We'll pay him a visit." But we weren't done. See, I'd been doing some digging on social media. Dominic had been posting about his new place and his business expansion. He'd also been sliding into the DMs of several women, including his current official girlfriend, Bethany. Yeah, dude had a whole girlfriend while trying to get back with Amber. I sent Bethany everything. Screenshots of him claiming to be back with Amber, the posts about living with his ex who still loves him, and the police report number for good measure. Bethany's response was swift. She posted everything on Facebook. Turns out she'd been paying for his phone bill, his gym membership, and half his business inventory, those supplements he bought with Amber's card. Within hours, Dominic's carefully crafted image imploded. His business partner, some dude named Rex who actually had money, pulled out. His mom called Amber apologizing and promising to deal with him. 3 of his side pieces found each other and started a group chat that somehow I got added to. They were savage. But the best part? Bethany's dad was his landlord from the place he got evicted from. Except he wasn't actually evicted. He'd been staying there on Bethany's lease. Her dad had just found out and kicked him out. Update 4. The police arrested Dominic. He was charged with theft, credit card fraud, and criminal invasion of privacy. When they searched his phone, they found recordings of not just Amber, but 2 other women. Turns out this was his thing. At the arraignment, his mom had to bail him out. The judge ordered him to stay away from Amber, the apartment, and anywhere she worked or frequented. He also had to surrender his phone and laptop as evidence. But here's where Dominic's entitlement reached peak levels. This man had the audacity to have his mom call Amber asking her to drop the charges because he's learned his lesson, and prison would ruin his future. Amber put it on speaker. Me, her, and Jenna were all there. His mom. "Amber, sweetie, you know Dominic cares about you. This is all a misunderstanding." Amber, "He recorded me in the bathroom without consent. He was probably just confused about boundaries." "That's called a crime, lady." "Who is this?" "Amber, Dominic could go to jail. Is that what you want?" "I want him to face consequences for his actions." "But you loved him once, and he gave me chlamydia. That was never proven." Amber hung up. Then Dominic, out on bail and apparently using someone else's phone, started texting Amber from different numbers. Each one got more desperate. "Baby, please reconsider. You're ruining my life over nothing. Jordan brainwashed you. I'll pay you back for everything. You owe me for the 3 years we were together. No one will want you after this. I made you who you are." That last one made me laugh. Yeah, he made you someone with trust issues and a police report. We screenshot everything and sent it to the prosecutor. Violating a restraining order while out on bail? Not smart. Update 5. Dominic was arrested again for violating the restraining order. This time, no bail. His mom tried calling Amber again, but Amber had blocked her number. Meanwhile, Amber and I were working through things. She'd been staying in my brother's guest room, going to therapy, and we'd been talking, really talking, for the first time in months. "I need you to understand why I let him back in," she said one night. "I'm listening. When we dated, he made me feel like I was never enough, like I was lucky he chose me. Even after everything he did, part of me still believed that. When he texted saying he needed help, that old feeling came back, like I owed him for once choosing me. That's messed up, Amber. I know, that's why I'm in therapy. But Jordan, I did choose him over you. Even for a moment. How can you forgive that? You didn't choose him. You chose your trauma response. There's a difference. We weren't back together yet, but we were getting there. Then came the trial. Dominic pled not guilty, which meant Amber had to testify. I went with her for support. Dominic showed up in a suit that was clearly too big, probably borrowed, trying to look innocent. His defense was insane. He claimed the recordings were performance art. The credit card use was a misunderstanding between friends. The switch was communal property. The photo threats were taken out of context. The prosecutor played the recordings. The judge's face went from neutral to disgusted. When they played the one where he explicitly threatened to destroy her life if she didn't let him stay, even his own lawyer looked uncomfortable. The other 2 women he'd recorded also testified. One of them, Tara, revealed he'd been doing this for years. She'd found a hard drive with dozens of recordings of different women when they dated 2 years ago. Dominic tried to speak in his own defense. Big mistake. These women are conspiring against me because they're jealous of my success. I'm an entrepreneur, a musician, an influencer. The judge cut him off. Mr. Peterson, you have 47 Instagram followers and your business is registered as defunct. Please stick to facts. Someone in the gallery snorted. Dominic went red. This is about Jordan. He poisoned them against me. He's jealous because Amber loved me first. The prosecutor calmly pulled up Dominic's texts to Amber. No one will want you after this, and I made you who you are. Does this sound like love to you, Mr. Peterson? Final update. Dominic was found guilty on all charges. He got 18 months in prison, 3 years probation, and had to register as a sex offender for the recordings. He also owed Amber $3,400 in restitution. His mom tried one last time to contact Amber through a mutual friend, begging her to have mercy. Amber's response was perfect. I did have mercy. I didn't press charges for the revenge porn threats. Tell him he's lucky. The apartment situation worked out too. Since Dominic had damaged the property, the broken door, we were able to break the lease without penalty. The landlord was actually super understanding when we explained the situation. Amber and I moved into a new place together last week. A fresh start. We're in couples therapy, which is helping a lot. She's also in individual therapy dealing with the trauma from Dominic. Some fun aftermath. Bethany sued Dominic in small claims for the money she'd spent on him. She won. Rex, his business partner, is suing him for fraud. Apparently Dominic sold the same inventory to multiple people. His band kicked him out. Yes, he was in a band. They were terrible. His mom had to sell her car to pay for his lawyer. The 2 other women he recorded are pursuing civil suits. Someone made a TikTok about the whole situation that went viral. Wasn't us, but it was hilarious. Yesterday, Amber was making coffee in our new kitchen when she said something that made everything worth it. You know what the worst part about Dominic was? What? I convinced myself that chaos was passion, that drama meant he cared. You showing me what actual love looks like. Calm, steady, supportive. That's what made me realize how toxic he really was. So no more exes on couches? She threw a dish towel at me. The only person sleeping on our couch is your brother when he drinks too much at game night. Deal. Last I heard through the grapevine, Dominic is trying to start a podcast from prison about being wrongfully convicted. The prison doesn't allow recording equipment, so good luck with that, buddy. To anyone dealing with a similar situation, document everything. Don't let anyone gaslight you into accepting disrespect. And if your partner chooses their toxic ex over you, let them see what that choice really means. Sometimes people need to fall into the hole they dug before they realize they're holding the shovel. Also, revenge porn is a serious crime. If someone threatens you with intimate photos, go straight to the police. Don't negotiate with terrorists. Amber and I are good now. Not perfect, but good. We're working on it. She cut off everyone who enabled Dominic, got a restraining order that lasts 5 years, and is rebuilding her confidence. And Dominic, he's learning that actions have consequences. Finally. Peace out, Reddit. Thanks for following this absolutely insane journey. P.S. Dominic, if you're somehow reading this from prison, doubt they have Reddit. Your mom sold her Honda Civic to pay for your lawyer, and he's still lost. Hope those recordings were worth it, you absolute walnut. P.P.S. to the 3 women from the group chat who invited us to their Dominic Survivors brunch. See you Sunday.